Hey, so this video is a little late because I needed a cooling off period. I was absolutely shocked, and it really kind of depressed me to have to deal with this situation. A lot of people don't understand what it's like to have a service dog, what it's like to go somewhere and be told, is that a service dog? Can you prove it? I want to see documentation. I want to see its papers, or you can leave. Or go through a store, which is illegal, by the way. Or go through a store that has other dogs in it and have other dogs bark, and then you're the first dog they run across, so they're like, if you can't control your dog, you gotta leave. It's like, that was a Chihuahua. That wasn't me. And I'm like trying to get Squigs to bark, and he won't bark, and finally the chick was like, oh, maybe it wasn't you. And it's like, no, it's this couple with this little Chihuahua that's in the cart in a blanket. So I've had managers of stores come up and say, I don't want your dog in here, you need to leave. I've had managers come up and clerks come up and say, you're not allowed to go down the food aisles because you have a dog. You're not allowed to go here because you have a dog. If you're going to have that dog in here, it's, you're going to stay in this area. So I don't know how you're supposed to go grocery shopping and not be around the food. I don't know that one yet. And yeah, that actually happened. That actually happened with Stephanie and I, like, was it a year and a half ago? We went into a Family Dollar, I believe it was. And we went to pick up some bread because we needed bread, and we were like, oh, we just left ballet and it's right there. And we went in, and this tried kicking us out of the store, told us we had to leave, and I'm like, not leaving, thank you. Service dog, can't do that. I don't care what it is. So I follow her back. I asked one of the clerks that's there, I'm like, can I speak to your manager, please? That was our manager. I was like, really? Let me go educate her. So I follow her back to where she's at, breaking down boxes, and I'm like, listen, we need to have a conversation because this isn't right. You can't treat people this way that have service dogs. This is illegal. It's federal crime. She starts yelling and screaming at me and telling me I can leave her store. And then I was like, I'm not leaving your store. You can call the police. I don't care. She's like, well, you're not taking that dog down those food aisles. And I'm like, I'm taking this dog wherever the hell I want to take this dog. Stephanie's like, and I was so angry. I just wanted to get out of there. And Stephanie's like, oh, I want to take him up and down every single aisle and have him sniff everything. I was like, no, we're leaving. We're getting what we want, and we're leaving. And as we left, the clerk that was actually working apologized. I was appreciative of that. But I did turn it in. Never went anywhere. Never happens when I turn in anything. I've reported IHOP. I've reported Barnes & Noble. I've reported lots of places. Nobody ever does anything. But anyway, we go through a lot of shit having service dogs. There's a lot of struggles to overcome when you have a service dog, just being able to go out on your own with the service dog without any issues. So, the Monday after Mother's Day, I take Lily and we go to Walmart to pick up Stephanie some stuff for Mother's Day because we couldn't go over the weekend because she was working and we didn't have a car. So we went and we picked up a whole bunch of tie-dye materials so we could have a tie-dye party. And we're just about getting ready to leave. And I noticed this lady has been kind of following us, which happens a lot. So she's following us, and I'm like, we come around the corner, and I told Lily, I was like, okay, well, we gotta get ready to go, so let's go. And she goes, can wait a minute, excuse me. And the lady probably in her, I would say late 50s to late 60s, somewhere in that sprawl of age. Very nice, very polite. I was like, sure. What would you like to know? She goes, how'd you get your dog trained not to bark at people? I kind of giggled and I went, well, he's a service dog. So he's not allowed to bark at people unless we're at home. They can bark. But I said, he's specially trained. He's been trained since he started his training at 3 months old. So he's, he knows how to act and knows how to there's a whole ordeal behind training service dogs. And I went, why? And she goes, well, I have a dog at home and I've been told I need to make him into a service dog, but he barks at people. And the way she talked just was like this pulsating light behind my head going, stop, 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 fake, fake. So I looked at her and I went, do you have a medical condition that requires a service dog? And she laughed at me. And she goes, no, I'm perfectly healthy. Why do you want a service dog? My husband doesn't like the fact that I leave my dog home alone because it barks and it goes crazy when I'm not there. So he told me I need to make it into a service dog so that I can take the dog with me wherever I go and nobody can stop me. And then the dog doesn't have to stay home. I'm surprised my brain didn't explode. So I went, so what kind of dog do you have? She goes, I have a little Chihuahua. And it barks at everybody. Hates everyone. Hates my husband. Hates everyone. It loves me. I was like, well, you're not going to like me in a minute. Like, at all. Because I'm going to be very blunt. I'm going to be very frank with you. And she just kind of looked at me like, oh shit. And I went, it's people like you that make it incredibly hard for people like me that have to have a service dog everywhere we go. So, do you understand what a service dog is? Well, yeah, it's a dog that you get to take everywhere with you because it has special papers. No, that's not what a service dog is. Service dog is no longer considered a dog nor a pet. It is considered a piece of medical equipment by law and by the government. This piece of medical equipment is specially trained to help me, assist me, and prevent me from getting hurt during a medical crisis. And she goes, yeah, but... And I went, yeah, but nothing. So you're telling me you want to take a Chihuahua who is 3 years old, which is perfectly a trainable age. She told me that she talked to 3 different places in town. They all told her that a 3-year-old Chihuahua was not trainable. It was too late. That pissed me off too. There's so many bad places in town for training dogs. It's not funny. So anyway, I was like, well, first of all, I said, let me give you a little bit of education on what a service animal does and what they're for. Explained to her that this particular dog is a PTSD, Seizure Alert dog. Without this dog, I am not able to leave my house. I'm not able to leave my home without somebody with me. I'm not able to go to doctor's appointments. I'm not able to go to the store. I'm not able to walk down the street without my dog. And that's just for the PTSD and the agoraphobia. Then when you want to get into the Seizure Alert part, he lets me know I'm going to have a cluster of seizures and I need to sit so that I don't get dizzy, I don't fall down, I don't get sick. And then he guards me to make sure that nobody touches me while I'm having an issue. During those times, he does not bark. He does not carry on. He does not leave my side. He is a specially trained animal to help me with a medical condition. Then this woman proceeds to tell me that her husband will go home during the day at his lunch break if he knows that she's not going to be home to turn off their air conditioner because he refuses to leave the air conditioner on for the dog. It's a dog. It does not need air conditioning. The air conditioning will cost us money. As far as he's concerned, the dog can die. Whatever. She also proceeds to tell me that her husband took her online and showed her where she could go to register the dog for free. And for $75, get all the paperwork to prove it's a service dog. So, told her, it's like, you realize, according to ADA law, the Americans with Disabilities Act, which is what governs service dogs, you are not allowed to have a service dog unless you have a qualifying medical condition with a note from a doctor that says you have this qualifying medical condition. It also states what the dog needs to do, and the dog has to be able to prove they can do those things if need be. Oh, well, I'm not sick. I'm not going to get sick just so I can take my dog. It's like, nobody asked you to be sick to take your damn dog. You need to understand, your dog is a fucking pet. Your dog is a pet, and a badly never trained this dog. She goes, poops everywhere, pees everywhere, does whatever the hell it wants to do, barks at people, has bitten people, but she wants to take this damn dog into the motherfucking public where there's people and children and other goddamn dogs. Seriously? And I explained to her, you have to have shot records. I said, do your dog have all of its shots? Well, it's not current. Really? Because he has to have, I pulled him out. I showed him to her. I said, he has to have his shot records with him at all times. He has to see a vet on a regular basis to prove he is healthy. He has to have fecal exams on a regular basis to show he is not wormy or contagious or anything else. He has to be proven to be healthy. She's like, oh, well, that sounds like a lot of money. That sounds like a lot. Just to be able to take your dog with you? Oh, my God. I was so mad by the time we left. And she's like, oh, well, at least I know what to tell my husband now that he can shut up because I'm not doing any of this. I was like, well, thank you for at least for that. Literally spent a half an hour talking to this woman. I'm going back and forth on why she couldn't have a service dog. Because she didn't need one. Like, seriously. What the fuck is wrong with people? It's like, it's hard. It's hard going in places and being told, we don't want your dog here, because the last person that had a dog here, their dog barked the entire time. We can't. I had an issue at Olive Garden, and Olive Garden was very nice about it. But Olive Garden said that they wanted to know where the dog was going to be sit, because they wanted to make sure that their wait staff was safe, because they had a waiter bit by a service dog. All she did was walk by it, and it bit her leg. And actually the server was there, and she showed me that she was wearing the same pants, because she's like, I can't afford new pants. So I was like, well, that person should have reimbursed you for the cost of your pants. And I told the manager that you could have told them to leave. This is not acceptable behavior. He's like, well, it's a service dog. You can't tell it to leave. Yes, you can. That's what a lot of people don't understand. There are rules. There are regulations. There are laws. They are not allowed to run amok. They're not allowed to bite people. The law says they have to be able to be maintained control by the owner. If the dog becomes unruly, if the dog barks, because some dogs are trained to bark as an alert, so that's an iffy thing, barking. But like, there's times when Squigs, especially when Squigs was a puppy, and we would take him out, and he'd see a little kid, and he'd start bouncing. And I was like, oh no, you got to maintain control of the animal. But it's so difficult. I've been told by the manager in IHOP about how he's going to start taking his dogs everywhere, because he wants to take his dogs. He doesn't like the fact he has to leave his dogs at home. Service dogs are not pets. Service dog registrations online are not an excuse for you to register your pet so that you can take it with you wherever you go just because you want to. If you do not have a qualifying medical condition, you do not qualify for a service animal. You're not allowed by law to have one. Plain, short, sweet, and simple. So the last few days have been kind of hard for me because I've been really like upset by everything that happened, and it's really bothered me. So I was trying to do some other videos tonight that I needed to get done, so I thought I'd do this one too, but it's just made me honestly, it's just made me upset again. So hopefully I won't have to redo this video, and this video will be done and over with. So anyway, that's the adventures of Walmart. Always seems to be Walmart. Not always. Probably good 75% of the time though. So anyway, that's it for now. We're 16 minutes in. Hopefully this will load. Might have to redo it. Bleh.